Hello, hello, hello. May the good fortune of the Most High be with you and be unto all those who are in the ramifications of this video. May He be with you in all your dwellings and all the things that you do. So, this video I'm going to touch on vaccinations. And I'm going to try to make it as brief as I can. I don't want to be long-winded because I'm going to do a longer video later. So, this is just going to be part one. And I'm going to do more videos like these. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing videos on the music industry, battle rap, health, politics. Really, not politics per se, because politics is all the show. But I'm gonna do um, videos on those things. So let me start by giving a shout out to brother Tariq Rashid. He inspired this video. I watched this feedback on Jay-Z and his deal, and it just inspired me to do a little bit more. So let me just say this. So the measles has popped up after being verified as being eradicated in 2000. And they're quote unquote worried about it being a deadly disease. The brother Rizza Islam, he's been speaking out vehemently about, uh, and it's very important everything that brother say. But he speaks out a lot about vaccination and things of that nature, and I stand with that brother. Now, let me just say this: we won't give our children anything harmful to them at all, at all. And we won't give them any kind of medications that's not prescribed by a doctor. So my thing is, if we won't give them anything prescribed by a doctor, not described by a doctor, why would we give them vaccinations that we don't even know what the ingredients are? If you don't know what the ingredients is, why would you give it to your child? But I just want to right now give somebody something to think about. Let's think about this. You're giving your child a vaccination with the disease in it. Now, what are you truly doing? Are you curing your child, or are you making your child the host for this for this disease? Is your child just holding the disease, and is this disease in your child's sweat, in your child's pores, and is your child just a carrier of the disease, and is your child being a host to spread the disease without you knowing? Is that what the vaccine really doing, or is the vaccine really curing your child? Or is the vaccine um, ruining your child's immune system and damaging your child inside out? Or is it really healing your child, or whatever the case may be? Because we know these doctors do nothing to heal. All they're doing is practicing. Now, if vaccines were so important and so vital and so good for the health, why would they pass a bill that you cannot sue the vaccination company? That is the most important part of this. That is the most important part of everything they're doing when it comes to vaccine. California, forced vaccination on kids. You cannot exempt Mississippi, New York, West Virginia. You cannot send your child to school without vaccination. And you can't even exempt for racism, which is against not only the U.S. Constitution, but every state constitution. Each state has its own constitution. They cannot pass a law that overriding one that already exists. That's called special law, and you got to make them hold up their own rules, because the constitution of the state is their own rules. They cannot pass special law, but that's another topic for another day. But I want y'all to understand this. They're going to tell you that vaccinations are important, but they're not going to tell you that you can't sue the vaccination company. And if they do tell you that, they're not going to tell you why you can't. Now, they won't even list how many children a year die from vaccination, because, first of all, when a child gets sick from a vaccination, and die from a vaccination, what they're going to tell the parent is they don't know why when they very well know why. They're gonna say to the parent, we have no clue what's going on. But the parent is not acknowledging and not paying attention. Well, my child was okay until my child got that vaccination. Now people can say, well, why am I? This child was vaccinated. I was vaccinated. This better. Listen, okay, a lot of us were vaccinated, but a lot of us ended up with ADD, ADHD, asthma, plenty of health disorders that we suffer from that doctors tell you that could be hereditary or could the child just will contract those things over the years or whatever. But they're not telling you that these vaccinations are causing these things. Okay? So I want people to start paying attention and stop. And they're gonna fear monger you. They're gonna fear monger that. Listen, even if you look up on the internet, back in the day, you just can look up on the internet and see what's really going on with vaccinations. But now they're making it hard for you to get information. Why you think they banned that documentary Vaxed in America? You can't even get that documentary Vaxed because they're coming out with the data. I mean, you had a CDC whistleblower come out with the data, and then they keep telling people that no one has real evidence, but they're not telling you that people are going to court and winning court cases, and things are being brought up where they're showing you the facts that these vaccinations are causing people to die, causing people to be paralyzed, causing people to get sick. Because it really makes no sense to give someone a disease. That's just like saying, in order to keep somebody from getting HIV, you can give them HIV. If in order to keep somebody from getting AIDS, you can give them AIDS. In order for keep people from getting Ebola, listen, listen. That's why science is a gift and a curse. These are things that they did in Nazi Germany. That's a whole nother topic for another day. A lot of those scientists that was brought down from Nazi Germany, America used those people to do things for them. A lot of these vaccinations were created by Nazi scientists. So I'm trying to get people to understand something. Everything they tell you is to the benefit of them. Vaccine companies, they back politicians. They put money in their presidential and senate and governor and mayor campaign. So you're the president, the mayor, and the government might be promising you whatever, but he's gonna do exactly what that vaccine company or that medical or that pharmaceutical company wants him to do, not what you voted him in there to do. So what I'm saying is real. I've researched it when I first became conscious of vaccinations and what they do to people. You know what I'm saying? I seen this lady. You know what I'm saying? I seen a documentary of this lady. Her son name is Eric. He was a healthy young little boy. He was crawling, walking, went in for his vaccinations. Next thing she know, he was sick, and all of a sudden the little boy can't walk, and now he need help eating, and now he need help with everything. And this little boy was healthy. And the mom feels in her heart, and she knows that these vaccinations caused it. If you ask a doctor to give you the ingredients in the vaccinations, they probably won't even give it to you. And 9 times out of 10, if they do give it to you, it won't be the real ingredients. And then another thing, if they drop one of those bottles of vaccinations in the room, man, listen, they have to damn near make you leave the room and quarantine just to clean it up. Why? 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 Think about that. It's important to know that your body can heal itself. It's important to know that God gave you everything on this earth, which is why they want to take over all the resources so they can control those. So you can't even heal yourself from what comes from earth because we are made from the earth. So what will heal you? What comes from the earth?